Hymir, Bronze Age province in Forge of Empires. Hymir is the fourth and last province of the Bronze Age. Again, the opponent only has incomplete teams, and it is a chance for some training before the real fights will start. Sector 1. In the lower right sector of Hymir, I use the same team for spear fighters and for slingers as in the previous province, moving the spear fighters to bonus fields, avoiding the opponent's range. The opponent still is out of my slingers range, therefore I just place the slingers behind the spear fighters. The horseman attacks one of my slingers, who resists that one hit without taking too much damage. The other spear fighters are practicing revenge using their special unit bonus against fast units like that horseman. As they have to use fields without a bonus for that, I decide for those fields outside of the opponent's spear fighter's range. I prefer that spear fighter attacking one of my spear fighters on a bonus field. Exactly this happened then, and it gets killed by my slingers, which can attack it from a distance without having to fear retaliation damage. Beside that, I just wait for the three warriors coming closer. I feel so sorry for the first spear fighter, which has to attack first. Only the bonus field bushes prevents it from being killed immediately by the retaliation damage, while only making very small damage to that warrior. The next spear fighter can attack from a field without bonus, as the warrior only can strike back once per round. It also only makes very little damage, but constant gripping wears the stone. In the end, 4 hits from the spear fighters were not enough to kill that single warrior. I intentionally constructed this example to demonstrate how important it is to always use the right units for your attacks, knowing which units have special bonuses against which other units. On the other side, you will notice that it is very simple for the slingers to kill both warriors without being damaged themselves. The last warrior is able to attack a slinger. One spear fighter dies due to its suicide attack against a warrior. But from now on, there will be no more retaliation damage. The remaining spear fighters can attack without fear. Then the slingers do their job. I move one slinger a bit away from the warrior to avoid retaliation damage. That was not necessary, as that warrior already fought back once in that round. In the end, I have lost one spear fighter and one slinger. With this victory, I receive my first 446 points for the weekly Bronze Age PvP tournament. Sector 2. In the lower middle sector I find 3 horsemen, 1 spear fighter and 1 slinger. Due to the spear fighter's bonus against horsemen, I decide to have a bit more spear fighters than slingers in my team this time. The computer is not moving forward much with his horsemen. Instead, it tries to keep the team together. In the center of the map, I have nearly no bonus fields. This makes me look for better place to fight. In the lower corner are bushes which are perfect to build a spear fighter wall on bonus fields, protecting the slingers behind them. Different to the plan, the movement of one slinger was not enough to get there in time. Leaving it alone on the other side of the map only would attract the horsemen to go there. Therefore, I have to accept that the horsemen will attack my slinger near my spear fighters, which improves my situation a bit for the next round. Then my spear fighters kill the 3 horsemen easily, and you see that it was a good idea to take 1 more spear fighter this time. The Slingers then take care of their opponent's spearfighter. Unfortunately, they come into the range of the opponent's Slinger, causing the loss of one of their slingers. Losing only one Slinger is an acceptable result, and I add another 422 points to the Bronze Age PvP tournament. Sector 3. For the left sector of Hymir, I again use the usual team of 4 spearfighters plus 4 slingers. Against 2 slingers and 3 spearfighters, this battle should not contain surprises. I first check which range the opponent units have, and I only move forward that much that I am still outside of the opponent's range, but reducing the distance between the opponents and my unit. You can see clearly how the computer built a queue, but I construct a row with my units, reducing the risk that one unit could be out of range when the action starts. In the second round, I pay attention to use bonus fields for my units, forcing the opponent to attack me from fields without a bonus. This requires to lead the first hit for the opponent, but it then feels the power of my slingers, which now take advantage from the field bonus on rocks. This makes it easy to get majority in that battle and finally wins quickly. I lose a single slinger and add another 452 points for the tournament. Sector 4. In the upper right sector, I again use my mix of spearfighters and slingers. This time the computer sends 4 different types of units. 1 horseman, 2 spearfighters, 1 slinger and a stone thrower. I send the spearfighters to bonus fields and the slingers outside of the stone thrower's range so that it can hit a spearfighter only. Spearfighters can take damage much better than slingers, especially as a spearfighter takes advantage of his bonus field. The horseman exposes itself too much and gets eliminated immediately. Then I concentrate on the opponent's spearfighters. I keep my team together as good as possible and can kill 1 target each round. This reduces the damage my units have to take. In the end, I still have to walk that distance to reach the slinger and the stone's throw. On that long trip, I lose a slinger. This could have been avoided by using 2 horsemen in my team, but at that moment, I still did not have developed the required technology. I receive another 437 points for the tournament. Sector 5. Now I received a quest asking me to infiltrate a sector. Only for this quest I do so. It does not make a change in this final sector of Hymir. The computer sends 2 stone throwers, 3 warriors and 1 spearfighter. I use the same team of 4 spearfighters and 4 slingers again. Again, horsemen would be good, but as I still have no stable, it must be solved without them. With a little luck, I find bonus fields for all spearfighters. I send the slingers forward as fast as possible, but keeping them out of the range of the opponent's warriors and spearfighters. The longer it takes to bring the slingers to the opponent's side on the map, the more damage they will have to take from the stone throwers. Therefore, I have to hurry. Already in the first round, I lose the first slinger. I hesitate a bit with the spearfighters as it would not make sense to lose them against the warriors. They had the task to destroy these stone throwers, while the slingers kill the warriors. Sharing tasks this way, I am successful in the end. I lose 3 slingers, but I receive another 362 points for the tournament. I accept the congratulations for having conquered all provinces of the Bronze Age. I can now send my scout to discover the first province of the Iron Age.